The stars are shining in Sochi tonight with Old Glory on full display at the Winter Olympics.
Looks good, doesn't it? It was America's first big get of the games as Team USA sweeps the slopestyle skiing competition led by Park City's Joss Christensen. Dave McCann live in Sochi this evening. Dave, what a story behind Joss here.
I tell you what, Mike, it has all the makings of a Hollywood movie. 21-year-old Joss of Park City has a gold medal around his neck today and a very proud father looking down from the heavens above. J.D. Christensen passed away in September. In his last words to Joss, he said, "Keep skiing," and Joss did just that. He was the last member named to the U.S. slopestyle team just before the Sochi Games began, and on Thursday, he won the gold medal. To make it even better, his American teammates Gus Kenworthy and Nicholas Gepper won the silver and the bronze for just the third USA sweep in Winter Olympics history. Now, that medal ceremony was a sight to see. I wish you all could have been here, as the 3 American flags were raised in front of a huge foreign audience with the national anthem blasting loud and clear. And just moments after getting that gold medal, Joss went one-on-one with me.
Oh man, I mean, I couldn't have expected today to happen how it did. Probably one of the happiest days of my life. Just a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, and just all relieved and just happiness, smiling from ear to ear all day.
Well, you bent over and they put that medal around your neck. What was going through your mind?
Oh man, I was just looking at the Olympic flame and just thinking that this is an actual Olympic medal. I mean, I never thought that our sport would make it to the Olympics, yet alone me getting the gold medal, so just had joy.
For many people, this is what you do after work. For Justin Ryder, this is work.
The more fit you are, the stronger you are.
It's what makes him one of the best in the world, not as a mountain biker, but as a snowboarder.
Our training has to be very intense in the off-season so that we're prepared to handle the stresses of the in-season.
Ryder is from Steamboat Springs, Colorado, but came to Park City in June to train for Team USA.
Weightlifting, plus cardio, plus plyometrics, plus agility, plus endurance, plus core, plus overall strength.
All that to make his dreams come true, make the 2014 Winter Olympics team, and take home the gold.
I do this because I love it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't. I wouldn't be living in my truck if I didn't love it and have a massive passion for what I do.
You heard him. Living in his truck.
Home sweet home.
It's probably not what you'd read in Toyota Tundra customer reviews.
Kitchen.
But for Ryder, it works.
I found this in my mom's garage. In the back is the bedroom and lounge, all inclusive. This is the closet, shoe closet, bathroom. Towel, headlamp, book. That's pretty much all I need.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
One of America's best snowboarders, living, cooking,
Pasta bowl,
and sleeping
super comfy.
in a space about as big as a quad chairlift.
This isn't the story we were hoping to cover with Ryder, and it's certainly not the way he was hoping to finish his Olympic experience, but in the end he realizes life is more than just a medal.
Justin Ryder, wearing number 6, thought everything was okay. He blew a kiss to his mother and waved to her before heading up the chairlift for his second run.
He was smiling, he was happy, and I'm like, okay, this is his day.
But Brenda Ryder nor Justin had any idea judges had disqualified him. Something about cutting a gate too short so both his feet didn't pass around the gate. Brenda found out when Justin text messaged her from the top. After years of training, 2 missed Olympics because of injury, and months sleeping in his truck to train, Ryder's Olympic run was finished.
I don't know what to say, Alex. Some days you're the bug, and some days you're the windshield. So what can I say?
Sometimes there's nothing you can say. These dogs laying in front of the Olympic rings are sure getting plenty of attention.
He's so cute. He's very cute.
But they're also getting attention from Sochi city leaders. The city hired a pest control company to capture stray dogs in the mountain and coastal clusters of these Olympic Games. Animal activists in Sochi say the city hasn't built a shelter for the dogs like what was promised, and instead are killing them.
Нет, не гуманно, конечно.
This Sochi resident said it's not right what's being done to the dogs, so she set up a stand to try and find stray puppies a home. The director of the company that contracted with Sochi to capture dogs told NBC News there are thousands of dogs roaming the streets and some have bitten children. Sochi city officials are worried the dogs could bite visitors during the Olympics. The company wouldn't say what they're doing to the dogs after they're captured. One Olympic volunteer from Oregon believes a mass sterilization plan would be better, but still, she knows all these dogs are an issue.
Well, as an animal lover, for me that's sad, but if they're, like stray cats, they can keep breeding and cause more problems.
I've been in Russia for 2.5 years now.
But Daniel Merkley wouldn't trade it for all the gold medals.
I've enjoyed my job immensely. This has been really the highlight of my career so far.
Merkley, who lives in Utah when he can, is the director of village management for the Olympics. His job? Making sure 6,000 athletes, coaches, and officials have everything they need when they're not competing. It helps the venues for these Sochi Games are so close together.
They wanted to create the most compact Winter Games ever, so that athletes would never need to travel more than 12 or 15 kilometers to their event or competition or training venue.
For the best bobsledders in the world, today was the first day to actually get some practice runs in at the Sochi track. For Jamaica's bobsled team, though, all they could do was watch.
It has been a challenge, Alex.
Paul Skog, an attorney in Evanston, Wyoming, is traveling with the team.
There's always something. It just makes life with the Jamaican bobsled team that much more interesting.
We've done our research, and you're the only person in Sochi to have played shortstop at Salt Lake Community College.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct. I think you got your facts right.
Somewhere in Utah, there's a little girl watching this interview tonight who's been inspired by you, who would someday maybe like to be like you. What do you tell her?
I guess that she should really love every second of skating, and you have to get to this level and continue to skate, and that you have to love not just the triumphs and the victories, but the hard training days and that feeling before the competition, and maybe the disappointments and the times where you didn't quite make it on the podium, but you have to love every moment.
I think the most appropriate way to start this interview is just say, dude.
Dude. That is a proper way to start it off for sure.
To steal one of your words, has been a gnarly weekend.
One after another one. It's been a pretty gnarly weekend for sure.
Who's more surprised that you're leaving with a gold medal, you or your mother?
I think I am more surprised to leave with a gold medal because my mom's been my biggest supporter forever. She always, wants me to win or, do my best. So she's always pulling for me, but I always, get here and get to every contest. I'm just like, yeah, like winning would be sick. Like probably end up in second place like I always do. But to take it to, on a stage this big is pretty sick, and taking it home to Park City will be pretty awesome. So stoked to see everyone.
American Sage Kotzenberg, just 20 years of age.
2 wins in 9 years, and that second win is a gold medal.
Yep, 1 win got me to the Olympics.
Sage Kotzenberg wins the first medal at the 22nd Olympic Winter Games.
And the other win won me the Olympics, so it's pretty crazy to have those. And the last time I won was when I was 11, so I don't know, it's crazy.
Well, the irony is the only thing keeping you from getting that medal at Park City is a metal detector.
It's true, man.
You figured out how to get it home?
I don't know how. I think I just got to run it through the whole airport and just claim it as hard as I can.
Everybody at KSL is happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
The moment was breathtaking and memorable.
Remember, the show's creators told us that they had a very hard time finding a child to play this role because they needed a little girl who was an acrobat and also fearless.
You would have to be fearless to be suspended above the stadium floor by cables while performing during the Olympics opening ceremonies in front of a worldwide audience. But 11-year-old Lisa Temnikova seemed to be just fine. In fact, maybe the scariest part for her was handling all the interest the worldwide media all of a sudden had in her. Through an interpreter, she says she's been doing gymnastics since she was 6. She spends most of her spare time practicing gymnastics and sports, but flying through the air on cables, she says she wasn't scared once. Temnikova's mother says someone discovered her daughter at a casting call. They got a phone call back this past summer asking for a photograph of her. Then they were invited to shoot some clips similar to what you saw during opening ceremonies. Marina Temnikova, Lisa's mother, says she's very proud of her, and it's hard to believe her daughter is the face of Russia for the opening ceremonies. She also says her daughter is very shy and calm, but has always loved athletics, and maybe one day Temnikova will be in the Olympics again, only this time as a gymnast for Russia. To that, she says yes.
Well, this has been a very busy week for a number of Utah athletes, and for many, Sunday in Sochi brought a day of rest. It's Sunday in Sochi, and some 30 miles west of the Olympic flame and world spotlight, and on the 4th floor of a weathered downtown building, sit 2 Utah Olympians at church.
For this, the 4th and final run.
This week, BYU sophomore Kate Hansen delivered a top 10 finish in the luge. And last night, Noelle Pikus-Pace received the silver medal in skeleton.
Utah's Noelle Pikus-Pace obviously thrilled to win a silver medal.
Today, both conquered the man-made obstacle course of Russia's roadways to worship.
This is absolutely important to me. This is my top priority for myself and my family.
Through interpreters, Noelle and family, Kate, and the rest of the English guests followed a touching program.
What a great way to end the day, huh? The road to Olympic glory for Eagle Mountain's Noelle Pikus-Pace started with a broken leg after she was hit by a runaway sled. You remember that, trying to qualify for the 2006 Torino Games.
Then she finished a gut-wrenching 4th place in Vancouver, a fraction out of a medal. After a 2-year retirement and a heartbreaking miscarriage, Noelle decided to return for one more run. And what a run it was. Dave McCann is live in Sochi tonight. Dave, what a day it's been.
Demi and Mike, it is so much fun to see good things happen to folks who have gone through so much. Such the case for Noelle. She finished 2nd in the skeleton, good for a silver medal. If you think a silver medal detracted from a golden moment here for Noelle, think again. Hey.
Hi, how are you? Hugs.
I'm
good. Tonight's a hug night.
On behalf of KSL, let me be the first from Utah to congratulate you.
Thanks. Thank you, Utah. Woo! Thanks so much.
What's going through your mind?
Oh, wow. I feel incredible. Thank you so much for cheering me on. I could hear it all the way over here. Thank you for your love, your support, your donations, for everything that has brought us to this moment. For me, for my family, this has just been a dream come true.
When you started that last run, you were so close to a medal. What was going through your mind?
Don't mess up, no. Honestly, I just wanted to fix curve 5 and curve 11, and then as I stood at that line, a thought went through my head and it said, this is my last run. This is it. So I just wanted to lay it down, have fun, and give it my best. And when I crossed that finish line, I actually made a couple mistakes down the track, and I'm like, oh shoot, I just hope it says the number 2 by my name. A number 2, I'd be thrilled with a bronze, you know, I'd be thrilled. And then when I saw number 1, I just lost it, and I just jumped over the railing and trying to hug everybody. I think the British families were right there, and I was trying to hug them, and they're like, ah. So it was fun.
What do you anticipate that medal ceremony feeling like tomorrow night?
You know, it's hard to say. I didn't expect myself to jump up over the stands there, so it's a moment that I have definitely dreamt about for years and years and years. And many days since Vancouver, coming out 4th by a 1/10 of a second, you think about those things quite often, knowing that you barely missed that podium in that moment, to see your flag waving. It's going to be incredible.
As we finished that interview, fireworks filled the air behind us. It was a magical moment for Noelle and an incredible evening for the entire family.